going up or the cost of COBRA plans, Medishare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Simply apply by October 30th, and they will waive your new member fee. That's $170 savings. And of course, that's just a start. The typical family saves $500 a month after making the switch. Medishare is a Christian community that has shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Here it is. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
The Senate Judiciary Committee will vote on Judge Amy Barrett and move for a final vote.
Pepper plants. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Welcome to the All In for Citrus podcast.
There's a new resource available that brings all of Florida's citrus research together, delivering it right to you on your computer, phone, or tablet. Introducing the All In for Citrus podcast from UF IFAS in partnership with Southeast AgNet. The monthly series spans the Sunshine State with research project updates from the UF IFAS statewide citrus team. Listen to the latest episode by searching All In for Citrus on iTunes, your favorite podcasting application, or at citrusindustry.net.
I'm a botanist, I'm a scientist, and an activist. I'm a mechanic, I'm a caretaker, a hay raker, I'm a miller, a tiller, and a grain bin filler. I'm a farmer. But the most important handle I ever had is Dad.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
Southeast AgNet is social. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, where you can be sure to find all of the agriculture news for the Southeast.
Once your seedlings have produced true leaves, it's time to harden them off. This is the process where plants are acclimated to a new environment by slowly introducing them to outdoor weather. Start in the morning and bring them in later and later each day until you're confident they've adapted. Before transplanting, make sure the soil temperature is warm enough, usually around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Transplanting can stress a plant and cause a blossom drop, so you'll want to remove any flowers that form before giving them a permanent home. In the garden, leave at least 18 inches between plants, possibly more depending on the variety you're growing. Water newly planted bell peppers really well and add an inch or two of organic mulch. Their roots are shallow, and mulch will help to maintain moisture and protect roots from moisture-related stress. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Welcome, everybody. Joe Martone here, and Tom Schmitz, and Gary, and I don't know if Hank's at the other end, but they usually...
Hank's always at the other end. Hank is always at the other end.
You're hanging out there, Hank. That's good to hear. I'm so happy.
Well, you know, Joe, I got no place else to go.
Yeah, I know, but you've been told where to go so many times.
They never invite me to the radio station. I have no place to go but here.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. Yeah. You had COVID-19. Now you get it because you got a staff there now.
Joe, I'll tell you, I want to tell you how great you looked the other night at that event we went to. You were a big help. You make everybody else look better, though.
That is my job.
That's like compare and contrast. Joe looks so bad, the rest of us look better by contrast.
I'll tell you what, after 6 hours waiting for President Trump and everything, yeah, I was tired. It showed. I mean, sunburned and tired, yes. But it was worth it. I'd do it again to see him again.
I don't think that's where he was going with that, Joe, but okay.
No, I don't. I think.
No kidding.
Listen to your advice there. That's not where I was going with it.
You're about as helpful as a screen door, Tom, in a submarine.
Look, I came back on the radio so that I could look better around you.
Yeah, well, everybody looks better around Joe.
That's right. You don't have faces for radio.
You could go to one of these funeral homes, and you would look better than what's in the casket if you're around Joe. So, you know.
Wow.
The love.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Joseph, unfortunately, we do have casualties. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wish we didn't. I hate to start the morning off like that.
Yeah.
But we do.
Well, do your thing, Hank.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Go ahead, Gary. We're going to split it up.
Yes, we're going to start with some firefighters. We have Captain Keith O'Brien Williams of the Camilla Fire Department in Camilla, Georgia. His end of watch was October the 17th. We have arson investigator Lemuel Bruce of the Houston Fire Department in Houston, Texas. His end of watch was October the 16th. Now, unfortunately, he was shot in the line of duty. And we have firefighter paramedic Jason Cortez, who was with the San Francisco Fire Department in San Francisco. His end of watch was October the 7th. And we have firefighter Edward Gary Minnick. His end of watch was Thursday, October 1st, and he was with the Colomar Volunteer Fire Company in Colomar, Pennsylvania. Moving on to law enforcement, we have Major Ricky A. Groves of the Connect Police Department in Connect, Missouri. His end of watch was October 16th, and Major Groves was a victim of COVID-19. We have Special Deputy Marshal Anthony Charles McGrew of the United States Department of Justice, the U.S. Marshal's Office. His end of watch was August the 15th. He was also a victim of COVID-19. And we have Sergeant Henry Cohen of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department in Riverside, California. His end of watch was Sunday, October 18th. And Hank, you have some?
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a lot this morning, so let me tell you that we have several police officers and one firefighter, all killed in the line of action, no accidents, they were killed deliberately. Sergeant Conley Jumper from the Greenville County Sheriff's Office, South Carolina, died as a result of injuries after a struggle with a fleeing felon. 26 years of service on the Sheriff's Department. Detective Kurt Holland, Commerce City Police Department, Colorado. He was struck by a drunk driver head-on crash while on duty. Young man with a family. Sergeant Harold L. Preston from Houston. He was shot and killed while answering a domestic disturbance call. 45 years on the job, getting ready to retire in sometime this coming year. Didn't make it. And a firefighter, Lamel Bruce. He was with the Houston Fire Marshal's Office investigating suspicious fires in a particular area of car fires that have been going on, and someone murdered him while he was doing the investigation. Also, he was a Marine Corps veteran. And those are our casualties for today. And as I remind you every week, these men and women are doing it every day, protecting us. We ought to remember them occasionally. And we try to do that at WOCA, and we'll continue doing that. But thank you for their service. Joe, if you want to play Amazing Grace and Taps, we'd appreciate it.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I
back for more Veterans News. Hank, what did you think about the event that happened this past Friday?
Let me thank the Marion County builders and particularly Stan McLean, who kind of put it all together with a lot of help from Christine and some of the other people down there. But great event. We really had a good time. Joe, thank you for coming. I know you had a long day and all that stuff. But the builders have been good to us.
Yes.
Together, haven't got a final figure yet about how much they raised, but
I didn't win anything. I didn't play very well, but that's all right.
Well, they told me that you did win the 50-50. You didn't win the 50-50?
No, they lied. They lied. Yes. But on that note, Hank, if you have an organization, everyone is listening out there, that is having an event, and you want to give some of the proceeds from the event to Veterans Helping Veterans, we'd be more than happy to accept anything that generates, because of course, as a pandemic, all our events have been low down. Yeah, so I've got that right in front of me. Which one you have something in front of you, Tom?
The same one you got.
Why don't you try to read it rather than remember it, because you're not real good at remembering it.
You're right there. Okay, you ready? I'll read this out to you. You ready? Here we go.
Out.
It's the 8th annual Paychecks for Patriots career fair going virtual this year. Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion County will hold Paychecks for Patriots a virtual career on Tuesday, November 10th, as part of November 10th. That date rings a bell for some reason. I can't figure it out.
Ring a bell. Yeah, I think your dad would have something to do with that.
As part of a statewide effort to connect Florida veterans with career opportunities. The career fair takes place from 10 to 11 a.m. during Paychecks for Patriots. Now, in its 8th year, Career Source CLM will help match veterans and with employees to value the knowledge, skills, and aptitudes attended during military service. Several hiring events, mostly virtual, will be held throughout the month by other Career Source Florida regions. So Career Source CEO Rusty Skinner said Paychecks for Patriots, which is open at no charge to veterans and members of military families, is part of an ongoing effort to help make Florida the most veteran-friendly state in the nation.
Joe,
What?
But if you're a veteran and you don't have access to a computer,
you can.
That's correct. You can come over to us, and we have computers that you can get on. We have a little computer room, and come on over, and we'll set you up, and you can do it right from Vets Helping Vets' office over here.
Just call and make an appointment and come on in. Yeah.
If you can't get,
you got to wear a mask. I want to remind everybody, you got to wear a mask.
Trick or treat.
Do all you're responsible for. But a little suggestion, Joe. Why don't you let Tom read everything?
Sure.
If you can't get the Veterans Helping Veterans, because they do have limited computer access at their office, you can also go to the Career Source CLM's Career Center, and that's on Northeast 14th Street. They also have a limited number of computers there. So you can either go to the Career Source Career Center or Veterans Helping Veterans for limited computer use if you need a computer if you don't have one at your home.
Exactly. We got a couple that we have a little computer room set up for veterans to do that sort of thing. So if you need to do that, give us a call. And I think it's about time for you guys to take a break, isn't it?
It is. We got to take a short time out. Actually, Hank, you guys take a time out. I take a time out. We're going to keep Joe working. Here's Joe Martone.
We need to mark this date down. Today, Joe worked, right?
Here's Joe Martone helping pay the bills.
Veterans News is brought to you by Hires Baxley Funeral Services and Highland Memorial Park. Hires Baxley has had generations of families honor them with their trust and confidence. They believe it's because for the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America Troop Number 72 to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They are also a drop-off location for a program, Cell Phones for Soldiers, helping to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes home. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard here in Ocala, or you can call them with questions at any time at 352-629-7171. 352-629-7171. Information can also be found at hiresbaxley.com. Also, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery is proud to be a sponsor of Veterans News. And remember, they're located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street, right here in Ocala. When it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has what you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilize, and so much more. Bob Wines will even deliver, plant, and guarantee their trees. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery has been keeping you blooming since 1952. So, you've got a question? You got a brown thumb, you want to turn it green? Give them a call, 352-629-5766. 352-629-5766. That's Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery. Remember, if you're a veteran, show them proper identification, and you get 10% off.
Wow, that was pretty good, Joe. You still hadn't earned enough to take the day off, but that was close.
As usual. Hit it, Tom.
Well, Joe's been close all his life. So, Joe, one day you'll hit 300. Okay?
I will. Out of 1,000. Wait a minute. That's not right.
No, it's not right.
Well, if you're a baseball player, you'd make $5 billion.
Yeah.
You know?
You're a baseball player, you'd make big bucks hitting 300 out of 1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know me in sports.
Anyway.
I don't know. What else you got for us there, Hankster?
No, not much. We're kind of back to business as usual. We're still missing a few staff that didn't make it back because of health issues. But we're open 5 days a week. Yeah, Gary will give you the hours. I do ask you to, when you come in for assistance, try to bring your paperwork, your 214s, and proof of income or a lack of income, and all those things. Love to help you out. We, by the way, so people know, we will shortly be doing our new housing program, which we got a grant for.
Explain.
Yeah, well, it's a HUD grant that we applied for. We got it, and so we can assist people with rent assistance, meaning veterans now.
Veterans, yes.
And again, it has to be. You have to prove everything. We had somebody in here a week or two ago that was trying to con us a little bit about who their landlord was. It didn't turn out to be their landlord. It turned out to be some friends of theirs. But so we're gonna verify how we give money out. We're gonna vet you. So I need to know that you're a veteran. I need to know that you're hurting and you cannot pay your rent and you've been adversely affected by the disease, the virus.
Right.
And we have money for assistance, for rent assistance, and also for a few other things that you might need to move into a new apartment. And we're glad to help you out if we can verify everything. And we're just about ready to kick that off. Probably next week we'll kick that off.
Wow.
So,
no.
Yeah, good stuff. We're and you hit it on the head before. All the nonprofits have been hurting. They did a big fundraiser here over the other day, and some of us got a few dollars out of it. Some people got a lot of money out of it, but all the nonprofits are hurting because the events that people do fundraisers and sponsorship have been canceled for the most part. So that's a direct impact on the fund, not just us, but every charity in town. So where you can, try to support your local charity, send in those checks and anything else you can do. I know that here we're off about $40,000 from that we normally would have got in from fundraisers that were scheduled. So that impacts us, and I know that it impacts every charity organization in this community.
Well, if I'm not right, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, but do we not give about $10,000 worth of food every month?
Oh, gosh, yes, we sure do. And not just food. We give meat. We give laundry detergent.
Meat's food.
Products. And, we have the best, and I say this without prejudice, we have the best food pantry in the county, without a doubt.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we're a little more generous. And again, I'm not knocking any other agency because they give what they can give. But we're a little bit more generous in what we give. And a lot of personal items, razors and shaving cream and deodorant. And we have clothes as well, nothing brand new, but if you need a pair of shoes and things like that, we can help you out. But we go through a tremendous amount of food here. And couldn't do it without people, helping us out both with checks, but also some of the communities do food drives for us and help us out. So, I think we do a pretty decent job over here. We're trying to always get better. And that's why we go after these grants. That's how we got the housing grant. Looking forward to getting that started. So we, again, you said it, and I think Tom said it before. There may be a better state in terms of helping veterans. I don't know where it is.
Right. Well, no, I'm a little prejudiced on this because I'm involved with you guys very, very wholeheartedly, and I have to be the chairman. Yeah.
Say that. Joe, don't say that publicly, please.
Thanks a lot. Love you too.
Let me ask Hank, because it's been a while since I've been on the radio with you. It's been a while since I saw you. Actually, saw Gary recently in the studio here, but not. Joe said something about you're allergic to him. I think that's what he said is the reason.
No, it's not allergic. I just don't like him.
Oh well, if somebody cleans out their closet though, and because you talked about donating food and everything, I could bring some bags of clothes if I clean out my closet to you as well, right?
And the clothes. Got to clean the clothes.
Yeah.
Right. You clean the clothes, but where do I bring them?
Hey,
let people know where to bring them.
Bring them over here to the office. Try to come, during business hours. A lot of times I come in the morning and there's stuff stacked up in front of the door. But you can bring it over to the office at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard. 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock Monday through Thursdays, and then 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock on Fridays. And during that time, bring it in. It's best if you can bring it in the morning. That's when I have my most staff around to help unload it and sort through it and things like that. But, yeah, we take, clean, serviceable type clothes and shoes and that sort of stuff.
I know with winter coming.
What we can't use here, and we've got a lot of clothes, we share with other nonprofits in town who need that stuff as well. So, because we're all trying to make this community a little bit better. So, yeah, if you got that sort of stuff, bring it on over.
And also, when it comes to clothes, if you go to Walmart and you got an extra few bucks, purchase a package of new underwear, maybe a couple packages of new socks. People need them too, and it's nice to have them to go with it when they take a shower, and we give them some clothing.
Probably what Gary was bragging about. Gary's worked with Salvation Army and a lot of the charities in town for a lot of years before he joined us, so he knows what he's talking about. We try to be a little bit more flexible. Joe was on the board of directors, and everybody knows I hate red tape. I hate it with a passion. So we've got rules and regs, but I try not to let that get in the way of trying to help people out. And
go ahead.
If something's hurting, we're going to try to help them. Okay.
Of course, when it comes to the housing grant and things like that, some people get offended by having to give personal information. But in order to give you the money, we have to have it to report to the higher ups that give it to us, or we couldn't get it. So we're willing to help, but we need your cooperation with that too.
Well, I think look, if someone gives you a grant has a lot of strings attached to it, particularly federal dollars. So you have to make sure that you're dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. But even more beyond that, if I give a charity money, I want to make sure that they're spending it correctly, that they're not being careless with it. And I will assure anybody out there who gives us dollars that we make sure that we handle it with kid gloves, and we're responsible, and we make sure the people who come by and ask for assistance really do need it.
Well, that's it. That's what and I'm glad this program's over the airwaves, because Veterans News is about veterans, and Vets Helping Vets USA is all about veterans. And let me ask you, Hank, usually you have like 14 agencies under the roof at one time. How many are there now operating?
Well, we lost one or two. A couple of people have moved on and needed bigger office space. So right now there's 11 other agencies here. Of course, Jeffrey and the Veteran Service Office is on the other side, and we have people here that know a lot about getting grants for remodeling your bathrooms and things like that to make it handicap accessible. We have a mortgage broker here. We have an insurance agent here. We have pastors here. We have other charities here, kids charities that work with the children of veterans. So again, we're all under one roof. The whole idea was a one-stop service center. Normally we have job services here, but because of the virus, they're sort of staying over in their own environment. And I have an attorney here, too, that advises me on some legal-related issues that come up periodically. So, again, that was the idea. Joe, you were right there with us in the beginning. That was the whole idea about the Veterans Resource Center and working with the county and putting this thing together, is to have a place where a lot of your services are provided under one roof, that you don't have to go running around. And if they're not here, we can certainly find out how to solve the problem.
Oh, you connect the dots, you guys, yes.
And when we don't have the COVID, we have the VA homeless folks here once a week, and twice a week we have somebody from the VA that helps people get government jobs.
Yeah. Right now, again, we're pretty much operational, but a lot of people, a lot of charities, a lot of the government agencies are still negatively affected by the virus, and either not here or they're here less frequently than they were before. But when everything gets back to norm, which I think will happen pretty soon, because I think we are going to get a vaccine, we're pretty much ready to roll, and then things will get back to normal. But in the meantime, we're going to do the best we can. We always have. And we're glad to do that. And by the way, Joe, on November 10th, I will save you a piece of cake, okay?
On what? November 10th? Gee, what was that?
Yeah, you know what?
We got
what day that is.
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes to go, so throw out your phone numbers and where you are again, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in our own beautiful Ocala, and you can reach us at 352-433-2320. Our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Friday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we're looking forward to serving you. And don't forget on that November 10th, Joe, that's my birthday too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tom, glad you're back there. Keep him straight, okay? You got a full-time job.
I try my best. No guarantees.
Guys, thank you for your service, and God bless America, everybody.
Those guys do a great job to help the community and help veterans in the community, Joe. You're a veteran. You're doing well for yourself because you have me to help you along.
Yes, thank you.
But a lot of veterans need help, and the help provided by the way, every bit of money goes to veterans.
15% is for administrative. 85 cents goes to veterans.
85 cents on every dollar go to help veterans.
Yep.
And that's a whole lot better than
another thing.
Other things. We'll just leave that alone. So coming up after the break, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens.
Yeah, you're going to give her a call and
give Lori a call and see what's going on out there at Bob Wine's.
That's right. You never know.
Pretty good sponsor of Veterans Helping Veterans.
Really?
I know.
What a coincidence.
What a coinky dink. Is that what it is?
Well,
and then
you're showing your age.
Then at 9:50, Joe will be back in because I got a funny story that I want to talk to you about.
I've got to finish this list up too.
I got a story about cruel and unusual punishment. I got to tell you about this.
Oh boy. Can't wait.
And then at 10:20, Davita Kruger, a board-certified nurse practitioner, going to talk about COVID-19 and diabetes. So
here we go.
All that to come yet on Ocala Talks right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala,
look, honey.
Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
The presidential debate tonight between President Trump and Democrat nominee Joe Biden is scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern from Belmont University in Nashville. The president discounts the moderator, Kristen Welker.
Well, I think the mute is very unfair. And I think it's very bad that they're not talking about foreign affairs. They're supposed to be talking about foreign affairs. And I think that the anchor is a very biased person. Her parents are very biased. But that's my life.
The debate will be 90 minutes long and have no commercial breaks. It will be divided into 6 15-minute segments that the moderator has chosen. They are fighting COVID-19, American families, race in America, climate change, national security, and leadership. The Commission on Presidential Debate